Hello, you're welcome to this workshop. My name is Augustine Kano and I'm so excited to have you here. In the next couple minutes, I'll be exposing you to the gold in the fruits and healthy food and drinks business. There is gold in the fruits and healthy food and drinks business, but a lot of people do not know that. And because I have first-hand experience and information, I want to show you actually that there is gold in the fruits and healthy food and drinks business. This session promises to be very powerful and impacting. I mean, it's going to transform your mind and your entire life. By the end of this workshop, you're going to learn and understand what exactly the possibilities are in the fruits and healthy food and drinks business. So, throw back to 2017, I was working in a school earning 30,000 naira monthly, and I was working in this private school, teaching CRK at the time, and then I'm firstborn. So at a point, I got tired. I was like, how exactly am I firstborn and earning 30,000 naira? Like, what exactly am I going to do with this amount of money? So I started seeking for more. I started wanting more. I started desiring to be more. I started searching and asking God, what can I do? What ideas can I explore? What can I do that can help me serve people and then make money for myself? And then somehow it started coming into my spirit to, look at fruits. What am I going to, what can I do with fruits? I started looking in that direction. I started speaking with people. I started researching, and I checked and it started coming together somehow. Now I didn't have the complete picture, but somehow I was able to have an idea of what it was I was supposed to be doing. So I spoke to people, at that time, told them, okay, so this is what I plan to do. This is what's coming to my mind. And yeah, it seemed like it was, how was I going to, get this thing done? How was I going to hit this? How was I going to actually get it done? I was still working a paid job. So the private school, there was a lot of restrictions, and how was I going to pull it off? So, after a lot of thinking through, and wondering how I was going to do it, I spoke with the principal of my school and told him, I need to actually do something extra. You know how it is, right? So I needed to support me, and truly, I really thank God for that man. That man at that time was sent for me in that place. So fast forward to 2018, I started doing more research and trying to see how I could start up, somehow. And then by April, I was already taking pictures of the things I felt that I was going to be putting out under the umbrella of my business. So I was already taking pictures by April 2018. And by May 20th, 2018, I launched my business, in church at that time. I remember when I started, I was selling basically fruits, just fruits, plain fruits. There was nothing in it. I just bought bowls, a small size and a big size, and then I put the fruits in it. And then I called the small size, I just said, okay, this one is 300. And I remember very well on that day, someone who came to buy wanted a small bowl and wanted a big bowl, to support my business, and he paid 50,000 naira. When that happened, I knew that, this is a good one. So that money came and helped me to do my business registration in my country, and then do some more research. Since I didn't have a coach and I didn't know exactly what it was I wanted to do, I needed to do a lot of research so that I could know what I was presenting to the public. This was going to be the first time I was going to see anyone do this kind of thing in my city at that time. So I didn't have anyone to look up to. I basically was a pioneer, and I needed to explore, several options. I needed to actually find my way until I got what I was looking for. So I started my business on a Sunday, and by Monday I was back in school, of course, brainstorming when I have breaks and I'm not teaching, brainstorming, how am I going to do this? I started a business, so hey, how exactly am I going to get this done? How am I going to pull this through? So I was doing a lot of research, and then, in my head, I was having ideas, things were coming together. I remember talking to a lot of people. Some people believed, some people did not believe, some people felt like, what's she really doing? It's not better to just stick with this salary you can see at the end of the month, and all that. I heard all of those things. It was, in short, at the point, I remember that my dad was like, I needed to find a federal job, or maybe find a job with the federal government, but I just believed in what I was going to do. And so I started pushing for it. Okay, so every Sunday I would take my fruits to church, but one thing that happened was that every Sunday there was a little bit of improvement. There was something I added here, there was something I added there. At that time, I didn't understand a whole lot of things. I didn't know how to add my prices to my products. I didn't know how to cost it, to know whether I was making profits. I just knew that, okay, this amount was okay for people to pay at that time to buy whatever it was I was selling, and that's the price that I put it on. So I'll go to markets, I'll carry the fruits on my head. I was just, basically, I can't remember now how old I was at that time, but I remember I was staying in a self-contained apartment. I used my room for my business. So I would buy the things I needed, cut up my fruits. I wake up very early on Sunday morning, cut up my fruits, pack it up, and then I'll take it to go and sell. After a while, another opening came where a church member gave me, an opening to come and sell beside where he was selling. At that time, he was selling some pastries, and then I got that space to also introduce my fruit. So that was how people started seeing me in that city. Through that platform, a lot of people knew me and knew the name Melanie Pine, right? So people met me there. I met a lot of people and introduced my products to them. At that time, still, I didn't know exactly what I was doing, but I did the best I could do with the best of knowledge I had at that time and from, the knowledge I got from my research, right? So I told people about my product. People bought, I didn't know whether I was making profits or whether I was making losses. I didn't know any of that. At a point, I had to start talking to my principal to allow me have one day off, so he gave me Fridays off. And it turned out that those Fridays were the days I was supposed to sell in that location that person gave to me, right? So on Fridays, I wouldn't go to school. I tried to do my teaching before that day, so on Fridays I was free, and then I'll go to sell in that place on Fridays, and on Sundays I was selling church. Before I knew what was happening, people started knowing the brand name. Melanie Pine. People started placing orders. We started doing deliveries, and little by little. Remember, I started my business in May. As at the end of August, I had tendered my resignation letter, stating that I was going to be resuming in September, and then I took the time to push my business. So from that year, growing and starting from church to locations where people shared with me, towards the end of the year, I finally got my own location where I started running my business. The fast food, just outside the fast food, they give us a spot, a set up, our things, and then we sell from there. So it's an open space. So I just built a tent, and then we'll just keep our things there. Now, not everything could be kept there. There are some things we needed to keep in the store we shared with the fast food. And I remember then how we dealt with rats, how we dealt with people stealing our things. It was such a crazy time. But somehow we scaled through. Not too long after that, let's say the next year by February, we had gotten enough money to be able to build a container, like, a structure where we could keep our things, and then we'll not have to deal with the stealing and the losses and all of that. So little by little, we were growing. So as the months came in, the person who gave me that space beside his pastry shop had told me how that if I check here and here and here, I would see some people who were doing the kinds of things I was doing, and then I could connect with them. And so that's how I went searching. I started connecting with most of them, seeing that this thing I'm actually doing, people are actually doing it outside of where I am, right? So I started connecting with these people, started looking at what they were doing and learning more and more. For the very first time in 2019, by August, that was the first time I took a course. Anything that looked like a course. I remember then it was 10,000 I paid for that course. And it wasn't even a full course. I had downloaded things from YouTube and was basically typing. It wasn't a practical course. But I took that course because I needed to know if I was on track and if I was doing something right. And thankfully, it confirmed that I was doing something right. So I knew that, okay, I was on track and I was going to get this thing right. So I pushed and then introduced more products, got people to know us. I remember then we did a whole lot of advertising, a whole lot of talking to people. Okay, so this is what we do. We sell fruits. I remember then employed staff. It was going quite well. Yes, there are challenges, being that I had not taken any form of training that was supposed to help me through the practical part of it, but somehow we pulled through. And today we are here celebrating Melanie Pine Fruit Hub, a business that has moved and changed locations and is doing multiple figures monthly, courtesy of my resilience and consistency and how I pushed my business to this point. So when I started, remember, I was earning 30,000 naira teaching in a private secondary school and then barely having enough when I'm done spending 30,000 naira. At that time, at least things were not so expensive, so it was still possible to do a whole lot with that 30k, but it was not so much, so I desired a lot more. So why exactly did I continue with my business? Because I saw that it was giving me what my own pay job could not give to me. So now I've earned a lot more than my paid job at that time would have given me in many years, believe me. So one thing that stands out for me is how that we started with just one product, and then before the next year we had introduced like 4 more, and people were buying the product. It meant that there was a need, and we were meeting that need, and people found that what we were actually doing was valuable, and so they kept paying for it. We had repeat customers. We had people who came time and again to buy what we were selling, and man, we were like, is this for real? This business that actually came as an idea at a time when something really needed to be done. It was mind-blowing. So well, we kept on going, and then we pushed out several more products. I remember the time when we could set up billboards in the city during COVID-19, when nobody could go out. And it was this business that sustained us at that time, because people could not go out. We couldn't go out to do the normal thing. But somehow, my store was still open, and then people were still placing orders. We were selling and selling and selling, and I was like, wow, we are actually meeting a need right here. Because at that point, I knew that my business was actually meeting a need. It was terrific. I couldn't believe it. Alright, so well, we kept at it, and I tell you, it's been from one beautiful story to the next beautiful story to the next beautiful story every single year up until this moment that I'm speaking with you. So remember, I said the topic for this workshop is the gold in the fruits and healthy food and drinks business. What I said now, I'm sure you understand that there's actually gold in the fruits business, because how do you explain that me who was earning 30,000 naira grew from someone like that to setting up a business that now started becoming a household name in a city? It was a big one. It still is a big one. I want to expose you to the possibilities of the fruits and the healthy food and drinks business. So I want you to take note of the following things I'm going to be saying, because it's going to blow your mind. It's common knowledge now that everybody is gravitating in the direction of healthy living because they want to live long. People no longer want to die anyhow. So they're doing everything in their power to ensure that they eat healthy, they live healthy, they stay healthy, and they live long. And this exactly is where I, as a fruits and healthy food and drinks business owner, comes in, where I can offer my products to them, and they can eat these products and know that they're good for their bodies and can help them to actually live the kind of life that they want to live. So what are the possibilities of the fruits and healthy food and drinks business? Number one, you can sell juices. Only juices is a gold mine that has not been completely explored. I tell you, juices can heal illnesses. I'm telling you, I've heard people who had high blood pressure, fibroid, cold, of all manner of illnesses, who have taken certain juices and then they've been healed from those illnesses. Imagine if you started selling juices today. Imagine you started selling juices and then you were able to reach a lot of people who needed these juices to help them solve a problem. So imagine you were able to reach a lot of people who actually need your juices so that they can live, or who actually need you. I actually know somebody who had a very severe fire accident. Like, the burns were terrible. And because of the juices she took, if you see her body now, you won't believe she was a victim of that kind of accident. You won't believe it. Like, her body has been able to heal to a great extent. Like, it even surprised the doctors according to what she told me. But she made it a consistent habit and routine to take juices. Now imagine selling juices like that and reaching people who actually need them. Remember, I said that I'm selling products that people need. Like, there is a demand because people need to live healthy, people need to live long. By the time they know, okay, they can swap this kind of unhealthy drink for your juices that are more healthy, imagine what would happen. They would patronize you more. Add smoothies to that. Number two, smoothies are another very healthy option that people can use to replace the unhealthy drinks that have been taken that may have been cutting their life short. So juices and smoothies go hand in hand, and you always find people who love juices also loving smoothies, or loving either of them. Now imagine selling juices and smoothies to a market already ready, because they need those juices and smoothies to live healthy and they need them to live long. Now imagine selling to that kind of market. So at this point, I'm going to do a very simple analogy for you. Right now in this industry, we sell a bottle of juice for like 2,000 naira, right? And so you sell a bottle of juice for 2,000 naira, 10 bottles or 5 bottles be 10,000 naira. Now imagine selling 5 bottles of juice at 10,000 naira to 10 people. That's 100,000 naira already. So imagine you sell 5 bottles of juice to 10 people in a day. So you've made sales of 100,000 naira. Now imagine you sold to 10 people for 30 days in a month. How much would that be? Only for juices. Okay, so let's say smoothies are added to it. So juices are 10k for 5 bottles, and then smoothies are 10k for 5 bottles. So that's 20,000 naira for 10 bottles. Now, if you sold 20,000 naira juices and smoothies to 10 people in a day, that means you're selling and making 200,000 naira in a day. Now, imagine selling 20k to 10 people for 30 days. How much would that be? Calculate it and let me know how much that is. So wouldn't you like that kind of thing to be your experience? Now that is what I'm talking about. So I've talked about juices, I've talked about smoothies. Now the next is parfait. So if you follow my page, Melanie Pine Fruit Hub, you'll find out, you discover that one of the things that we sell the most is parfait. I tell you, a lot of people love parfait. Why? It gives them the feeling of eating something that is guilt-free, like they're binging on it as it's more healthy than ice cream. So they like something that makes them feel like they're not really taking something unhealthy, and parfait is that perfect replacement. So you have people ready to eat parfait. Imagine you launch a parfait business, or you're selling parfait as part of your products in your fruit and healthy food and drinks business. Boy, you're set to make it. Now go to my page and see how much you're selling parfait. That's how much you can make from selling parfait. So even if you're selling a cup of parfait for 2,500 naira and you sell 10 cups in a day, that's 25,000 naira. You get to sell 20 cups, that's 50,000 naira, right? Just imagine you set a target for yourself and you say, okay, today I'm going to sell 50 cups of parfait, and there are several ways to do that. There are several ways to do that. You can choose to sell in stores, you can choose to sell in schools, you can choose to sell anywhere at all, in offices, and you sell 50 cups a day. Have you stopped to imagine how much you'll be making daily? So that's 3. So I've told you about juices, I've told you about smoothies, I've told you about parfait. Now let's go to salads. People are looking for how to live healthy, and a lot of people or doctors are telling us fruits and vegetables every day, fruits and vegetables. So imagine that you're serving salads that people love because it's vegetables, right? And it's healthy. People use salads to replace whole meals. Like you can eat a salad as a meal. So you make your salad so delicious, and then people are loving it and they are rushing you. And you're selling a bowl of salad for 4,000 naira, 5,000 naira. I've seen salads as expensive as 8,000, 10,000 naira. I'm telling you. Now imagine you sell a bowl of salad for 5,000 naira and you sell 10 bowls, or you sell 20 bowls, or you sell 30 bowls. Take them to offices, take them to stores, and you stock them up. Have you stopped to imagine how much that will bring for you every single day times 30 days in a month? Hey God. Okay, so we have juices, we have smoothies, we have parfait, we have salads, we have banana bread. I am a lover of banana bread. Imagine you have like 20 people like me who love banana bread, different flavors. And banana bread is not cheap. It's not cheap like the regular bread. If you have regular bread selling at 1,000 naira, banana bread is selling at 5,000 naira, 7,000 naira, 12,000 naira. I'm telling you. So imagine you roll out a lot of banana bread daily and you get a recipe that is very terrific. People cannot even let go of it. Do you know what gold mine you've hit? Okay, let's talk about tiger nut milk. Oh my God, this one, men love it. Wives buy for their husbands. Tiger nut milk is a new kid on the block. Everybody wants to drink tiger nut milk. Or is it Zobo? I remember when we developed a proper recipe for Zobo. We're selling Zobo like crazy. So I've mentioned how many now? We have coffee, we have juices, we have smoothies, we have salads, we have banana bread, we have tiger nuts, we have Zobo. That's 7. You can also make fruit salads. Just cut up fruits like I did when I started my business in 2018. Cut them up and put them in nice bowls and you can sell them. People are selling them on the roads, in traffic. I see people taking them to offices, in the markets. People are selling salads. So that's 8. That's the 8th way you can make money if you are in the fruits and healthy food and drinks business. Right. And then we also have yogurt. Oh my God, if you know how to make yogurt, a lot of people love yogurt. And that's why I see a lot of yogurt brands in the market, even if they are not so good. But because people love that, and because it's a healthy version, like yogurt is actually healthy, healthier than ice cream, of course, people would always rush for something like that. Have you considered, or have you thought about how much you make selling yogurt? If I give you the numbers, you will not believe it. I'm telling you, you won't believe it. So sell a pack of maybe you sell yogurt, let's say 5 bottles, you sell 5 bottles for 10,000 naira, or you sell 20 bottles for, let's say 15,000 naira, depending on the size. I want you to do the calculations yourself. Sell it to 10 people, sell it to 20 people, sell to 30 people in a day. And I've shown you the easy way to do that. Go to stores, go to offices. Do you know what that means? Hey, my goodness. So yogurt is number 8. Number 9 will be sandwiches. People want to eat breakfast that is healthy. So you stuff your sandwich and make it very delicious and nobody can resist it. And then you're selling 25 packs in a day, 50 packs in a day, 100 packs in a day. Or in a month, you're selling like 1,000 packs. Oh my goodness. You've blown. You blow, that's the truth. They decide to package granola. People are looking for things they can use to, they can take as they travel out of their countries. They can eat as snacks, or they can add to their yogurt to eat that makes it healthy. That is where you can bring in your granola. So you sell your granulas in packs, and people buy them alongside your yogurt, or they buy it alongside your parfait. So you're selling maybe 2 or 3 products at the same time, and then you're making a lot of money from it. I'm giving you 10 good examples, possibilities, how you can make money from the fruit and the healthy food and drinks business, just like we're doing. And trust me, it's an untapped gold mine. There's so much you can take out of it. And in a time where you have maybe festive seasons, my goodness, you can sell out like crazy, because people are going to be eating a lot. People are going to be spending a lot of money. As long as you're in the food business, you're going to make sales, because people eat every single day. So there's always money to spend on food. People will always buy food. So now, can you see yourself in that place where you know that, oh yeah, I can actually do this, or I can actually do this, or and maybe if you're like me, probably working a paid job and you're not satisfied, or you've been wondering, I need to set up a business. Right now, the economy is not even smiling, and I need to have another stream of income. Or maybe you're wondering what you need to set up for your wife, or you're wondering what you can set up for someone who depends on you so that they can make money for themselves. Or you are a youth core member, you're wondering, what can I do that can give me extra money apart from this alawi that they're paying me monthly? Or maybe you already make maybe pastries or something, and you're looking for something you can add to it. Or maybe you own a hotel and you're wondering what you can sell in your hotel, or you own a supermarket or a store. The possibilities are endless. Trust me. Or let's say you're a wife like me and you want to introduce other refreshing and delicious, options into your family menu, so your children can be healthy, your husband can be healthy, and you just want something different from the norm. You don't want to be bored with your menu at home, or you want to teach your children how to do stuff, that they can even grow up with as skills. The possibilities are endless. There's so many things you can explore, even beyond the 10 things I've listed. Like, I used to make a lot of money every single month that can bring you money that is more than what you would have earned if you were in paid employment. I'm saying this because I know it. Of course, I told you I started from paid employment, and right now, of course, I run my business and I have my staff that are running the business and I oversee. It's such a beautiful thing to do. Trust me. So now, the one mistake people make is that when they listen to things like this, they begin to imagine what can make it impossible for them to actually achieve this kind of thing. I want you to look at me and see a living testimony of what I'm saying. Like, for real, this is happening, and I can tell you because I have results to show, and then I have a business that's still standing even in this economy. And I said this can actually happen to you irrespective of where you are, because I have students I've taught who are in several countries: Egypt, Kenya, Uganda, Cameroon, Liberia, Ghana, South Africa, several countries. And trust me, every one of them who has started their business in these places is doing very well, irrespective of which part they decided to focus on. So are you excited about the things that you're hearing? Can you begin to see yourself like me already? Like, I cannot even wait to live the soft life. Like, it's actually possible. I tell you the truth, and I kid you not, it's possible. The moment you begin to see you as me doing the things that I'm doing, trust me, it's very possible. I speak to you like this because I have evidence. I have something I can show you that is actually working for me. It's not just fluff and a lot of talk. So you're probably wondering, how do you get started? How exactly can you get started on making a lot of money for yourself? I unveil to you the Fruit Business Masterclass. The Fruit Business Business Masterclass is a 30-day masterclass where I teach you in very simple, proven ways how you, as a regular person who may not know anything about this kind of business, or this is probably the first time you're hearing anything like this anywhere around you. So the Fruit Business Masterclass is a 30-day online course where I teach in simple, proven ways how you can launch your own fruits and healthy food and drinks business from the comfort of your kitchen, like I did in 2018, even if you're a total beginner. Now, what's going to make it different is that I am going to coach you, whereas I didn't have someone to teach me when I was starting. And so all of the mistakes that I made, all of the learning I've had to do along the way, you're not going to go through all of that, because you're going to have someone who is currently doing the same business and excelling at it, teach you and hold your hand so that you don't make those mistakes and you can have success as you start. So in 30 days, I'll be teaching you in 6 modules how exactly you can start and launch your own fruit and healthy food business successfully and to run them. Now, it's very easy to go to Google and get a lot of recipes, get a lot of things being, get a lot of recipes, 1,000 recipes, 2,000 recipes, how to make this, how to make that, how to make this, how to make that. And at the end of the day, you do not know how to translate your recipes into money. Because the truth about it is that you might learn all of those recipes, but you don't know how to sell them. You don't know how to reach the people who need to find you. You don't know how to talk to people about the things that you do to make them to come and patronize you or to buy the things that you're selling. And so at the end of the day, you find out that you're frustrated. Or you may even be an already existing fruitpreneur. You're already running a business like this and probably you're stuck. You're wondering, how did I get here? How is it that there's no profit in my business? How is it that I can't even do these things that she's saying it? So this is where I come in. So many lives have been changed by the masterclass, and I'd like you to have a look at some of their testimonies right here. Trust me, this can be you saying all of these beautiful things, and this can only happen if you jump into the Fruit Business Masterclass right now. So in 30 days, we'll be spending a lot of time together talking about how you can launch your own business, how you can start it, how you can grow it, how you can get it going, how you can sell your recipes, how you can find your customers, how you can package your products, how you can market them to the people that need to see you, how you can position yourself in the industry so that people don't push you out, right? How you can become a brand that people can keep looking for, despite the fact that there are other people doing the same kind of business that you're doing. So I'm going to be teaching you over 35 courses, 1 hour per day, and then you get to learn how exactly you too can start your business from the comfort of your home, even if you know nothing, even if you have no equipment, and even if you have very little capital. Now, the Fruit Business Masterclass is very easy to access. With a phone or with your system or your computer, you can access it from anywhere at all in the world. Not only will I be teaching you how to create very delicious recipes that you can't even get from Google. I'll basically be giving you most of the recipes I sell, and then I'll be teaching you how to sell those recipes. So if you go to my page, Melanie Pine Fruit Hub, you find out that we're selling, right? Every single time we're selling. New people are coming and visiting our pages, and they are buying what it is we're selling. So we have great products, and then we are selling to people who have never met us before. As a matter of fact, I have never met any of my customers since I came to this new city, apart from the people I have a personal relationship with. But the people who meet us online, who find us on Instagram or Facebook, I've never met any of them. Yet we've sold to thousands of them. Yet we've sold in millions. I mean, I can't even count. Multiple figures every single month. Now that is where I want to bring you up to, and it's very possible. I want you to start conceiving it in your mind. It's very possible to change your financial level, your financial situation, your entire life, just like I've done between 2018 and now. So the fee for this course is only 35,000 naira, and you can pay at once or you can pay in 2 installments. And irrespective of your country, you can pay in your currency. The moment you register, you'll be given given access to your classroom where you're going to be taught for 30 whole days. You can launch a profitable fruits and healthy food and drinks business even if you know nothing about it. One very important course we're going to be treating in Fruit Business Masterclass is how to cost and price your product. Trust me, you do not want to be like me back who didn't know anything about costing and pricing of products. As I was selling at a loss. I was basically selling at a loss. So now you're going to be having me hold your hand and showing you exactly how you should do it so that you do not have losses but profit all the way. So now if you have imagined yourself making an extra 200,000 naira daily, an extra 6 million naira monthly, or an extra multiple figures yearly, then you should jump into the Fruit Business Masterclass right now. To do that, all you need to do is tap the link you find anywhere below. Send me a message on WhatsApp right now and tell me, Augusta, I need to make this money. I need to become a woman of value. I need to have the kind of money I can use to contribute to my family. I'm tired of seeing shaggy. I'm tired of being at this level. I need my financial situation to change. I do not have to be 50 before I start making money. Send me a message right now. Tell me, Augusta, I'm ready. Show me how to do this thing like you've done it. And then I'm going to take you through step by step. You won't even believe it. And the lessons are very simple, easy to assimilate, straight to the point, easy to implement. And then before you know it, you're a professional making yogurt, making juices, making smoothies, making parfait, selling and making money. And at the end of the day, you come and tell me, Coach Augusta, thank you for showing me this thing. Thank you for showing me how to make money in this economy. Register, tap the link right now, and then be on your way to becoming the next big thing in this industry. So, see you in class. I love you.